Hello, everyone. It's Cecilia Towns, the Sporty Esquire, and you are here with another episode of Workin' Women Wednesday, the series where I share with you the things that I've learned and am learning as an attorney, an entrepreneur, and a former student athlete. So last week we talked about being competitive and not being comparative. And this week is a little related. I'm going to be talking to you about why and how you should stand out at work. A lot of women, unfortunately, sort of are fearful of standing out at work because they don't want to come off as being too bossy or too ambitious or too aggressive. And I'm not going to get on a soapbox today about why we need to get over that, but trust me, you need to get over that because that's holding us back from being, the best women that we can be, and the best doctors, the best lawyers, the best teachers, the best business women, is this fear of how we're perceived. So let's jump right into it. Now that I'm off my little soapbox, the first reason that you should stand out at work is my favorite reason: the paper, your money. So if you're standing out at work and standing out for the right reasons, obviously, that makes you more competitive, which means you get more money. It means you get the promotions. It means you're landing the clients you want. It means you're landing the business that you want. So don't be afraid to stand out, especially if you want to make more money, because that's the way to do it. The second reason that you should stand out is one of my second favorite probably, is because of the intrinsic motivation that it brings. So think about it. If you know that people are always watching you, it should motivate you to always bring your A game. It certainly motivates me. I am always, trying to make sure that I'm not messing up at work. I always try to, bring my A game when I'm talking to clients, when I'm talking to different groups, because I know that people are watching. So for me, it makes my work that much better. And I'm pretty sure that it'll do the same thing for you. The third reason that you should stand out at work is because of the motivation that it provides for other people. So I am a big proponent of purpose, and I truly believe that everyone's purpose is bigger than them. It's not just about you. And so this third reason is in line with that, really. It just basically speaks to the fact that the things that you do, other people are watching. And so if you're out there winning, standing out, it's absolutely going to inspire other people to chase their dreams and be excellent as well. Okay, so now that we've covered the why you should stand out, let's talk about how you actually go about doing it. And the first thing you do in order to stand out at work is you need to establish yourself as an expert. Establish yourself as the person who knows everything. And if you don't know everything about the subject, they know that you're going to find out. That really goes a long way because that builds people's confidence in you. I know when I started realizing that it was, in line with my purpose to empower people and to advocate for people, especially for women, I just started making myself knowledgeable about sports, about women, and I started writing about it, and I started telling people about it. And then all of a sudden, I remember a business colleague turned into a friend, introduced me as an advocate for women in sports. And I was like, oh shoot, that's really what I do. But that wasn't like at the title I was trying to give to myself. It was just the fact that that is how I had started to establish myself professionally. So definitely establish yourself as an expert and watch people notice you. The other part to that, which is number 2, is not only do you have to be an expert, but you have to bring it. You have to come correct. You have to do excellent work, because it's counterproductive if you are an expert, but when people come to you, they can't count on you to do great work. So make sure that not only are you known for being knowledgeable, but you're also known for, bringing your A game and doing a great job. That builds trust. People know that they can come to you, and that not only are you going to do a good job, but in doing a good job, you make them look good. So the third thing that leads us to the third thing, which is that you need to put your signature on things. So, unfortunately for you and me both, um, there's always going to be other people who want to do and are doing the same thing or very similar things to you. There are also going to be people who are doing them very well, just like you are. So there's going to be, there are other women in sports who are very knowledgeable. There are other women in sports who do a very good job. But the thing that I rely on is they're not me. They are not going to bring the same signature to something that I bring. And the same holds true for you. You are your own it factor. And when you start establishing yourself as an expert, when you start establishing yourself as someone who does good work, you really need to also put your own spin on it so that people can pick you out of all of the many women, the many young men who are doing the same thing you're doing. Let your light shine, whether it be the way you dress, the way you talk, your experiences, the way you think about things. Let that shine. Don't be afraid to stand out. By being exactly who you are, because really and truly, there's only one you. Nobody is going to do the job the way that you do it, and that's what people need to know. In order for you to stand out, people have to know that they're going to get a special product that they can't get from anybody else. And so that leads me to the fourth thing that you need to do, and that's share. And sharing is kind of a two-part thing. So first, you want to make sure that you're sharing your resume, right? Telling people, hey, I'm super knowledgeable about this. I really and truly am an expert. I have these experiences. Establish yourself by sharing your resume. Because really nobody else is going to toot your own horn. And, we've talked before about how to toot your own horn without being braggadocious. So you can certainly go about it in a very intentional way, but you are going to have to talk about yourself. The second part to talking or to sharing is that you just need to share your knowledge with those around you. So your colleagues, the mentor, the people that you mentor, don't be stingy with the information. One, other people are going to probably learn what you learn. But two, in sharing your information, you end up sort of doubling down on your expertise, because all these people that you're sharing your information with, they will usually in turn acknowledge that, you are the person that sort of helped them get to where they are. You're establishing your tribe. And as you establish your tribe, that means that you're coming to the table with a larger network, and that alone just helps you stand out. So that's it in a nutshell. You should stand out because it's going to bring you more paper, because it's going to motivate you to always excel, and it's going to motivate others. And then you stand out by doing 4 easy things. You become an expert, you do excellent work, you put your spin, your signature on it, and then you share what you know with the people around you. Thanks again for joining me for another episode of Workin Women Wednesday. Again, this is Cecilia Towns, the Sporty Esquire. Make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, the Gladiate Hers YouTube channel, because I'm sharing a lot of other great content there. Let me know what you think. Drop me comments, share, and I'll see you next week on Workin Women Wednesday. Bye.